Hello. Yo, organic. What is up, my brother? What is up? Missed ya. Missed ya. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Awesome. Awesome to see you being here. How you doing? I I just got whoa man, I'm kind of bushed, right? I'm kind of bushed. I just got off of the plane today, right? I got off the plane around 11:30. You're here. No, yep, you're here early tonight. You are here early tonight. Yeah. I missed you. Thank you for being here anyway. Thank you for being here early. I just got off the plane from my vacation. Just got off the plane around 10:30. Around 10:30, bus, on JFK, and you know, the bus and all. Just got home around. I got home around 1:30. Ate a bit. Took a long nap. Just woke up like I don't know, 30 minutes ago. Whew. But I wanted to go live. I wanted to go live tonight. So here I am. Here I am. Yeah. 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 Just got off of JFK. Ugh. I hope you're doing well, my brother. I hope you are doing well. All right. We have a few videos, right? Back to our regular schedule, live streams. Okay. I have some videos, right? Few videos to react to, and then hopefully let's check out this a political, right? A long political video. So hopefully it'll be interesting. Yo, Boston, that's awesome. I love that. That's cool. That is cool. I love that. Whew. I got forgive me tonight, right? So I got to get back into the groove. Okay, it's been a while since I went on, went live on my setup. You know, since probably some of you guys known, I was on vacation for about 2 months. I missed you guys. I really did. I really missed you. So we will be, you know, we'll try to be getting back into groove again. So hopefully be interesting. Yo, big bars. What is up, my brother? I missed you. Yo, I really did. All right. I really missed a lot of you guys. All right. I missed all of you guys. I missed all of you guys. I missed doing the live stream. So I missed you. Big bars. I missed you, my man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well, brother. Guys, I missed y'all so much. I missed doing a live stream. I really did. You know? So I hope you guys are doing well. All right. Let's get back into the groove. Let's get back into the groove of it. Let's get back into the groove of things.
I just saw a man asking, should it be okay for a woman to use child support money to pay for her rent?
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I miss all you guys. I miss all of you guys. All right. Let's get back into the groove of things, right? So forgive me if it takes a little while since I haven't been doing it for a long time. I haven't been doing it in a while now. So plus I'm a bit jet lagged, right? I'm a bit jet lagged, so if things aren't going as smoothly, forgive me. You know, we're trying to get back into the groove of things. Ah. Ugh. All right, let's get started. Let's get started checking out some clips. Let's get started and checking out some clips.
I just saw a man asking, should it be okay for a woman to use child support money to pay for her rent? And I'm just like, okay, do you think your child lives on their own and not with the mom? What, your 5-year-old is paying rent somewhere else on their own? And if you guys were still together, you're telling me you wouldn't contribute to rent to put a roof over your child's head? How is it different than that you are not together? Also, I don't know why, when these men talk about child support, do they really think that's enough money for the woman to pay for everything the child needs and then go on a shopping spree on her own? Because I see this rhetoric all the time, like, oh, why should a woman use child support on herself? Most of the time, child support isn't even enough to pay for everything the child needs. If you don't believe me, just look up national average, even state average. You guys are probably thinking about like a pro athlete's ex-wife. Meanwhile, an average case is like that guy who just went viral not that long ago, who's paying $1,500 a month for 5 children, which is $300 per kid, meaning $10 per child per day. The parent with custody is honestly lucky if there's anything left to contribute to rent. I just saw a man asking,
the age-old question, right? Using child support money for rent and other expenses of the mother. Now, this is the thing. It is, I believe, to directly support the child. Directly support the child, i.e., food for the child, food, school, clothing, the smaller expenses. Now, let's break it down. Let's break it down.
I just saw a man asking,
But what do you guys think about, how, a lot of times people talk about it. A lot of women talk about it. How, child support should be, the mother should use the child support how should she see fit.
I just saw a man asking, should it be okay for a woman to use child support money to pay for her rent? And I'm just like, okay, do you think your child lives on their own and not with the mom? What, your 5-year-old is paying rent somewhere else on their own? And if you guys were still together, you're telling me you wouldn't contribute to rent to put a roof over your child's head? How?
If you guys were together, it's only women. It's only women who think that however their life was if you were together should be the life you have when you're apart. It's only women. You don't get the same luxuries, right? You don't get the same benefits of partnership while you're not in a partnership. That's the problem with women and the idea of child support. it should help me with my living expenses. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't help you at all. Child support should not help you at all. It shouldn't benefit you in whatsoever. It should benefit the child and only the child. So if it pays a little bit of your rent, your electrical bill, all this stuff, no. If you can't take care of the child on your own, you shouldn't do it. Give it to the father then. This is the thing where I'm a big supporter of, you know what? Give the child to the father. He should have full support. He should have full custody. Because in my opinion, men aren't out here asking for women to support them, while taking care of their own children. Because here's the thing. It's your child. It's your child. So you should be able to put a roof over your head, which then includes the child. Because this is the thing where if the husband, the father was with the mother, he's putting a roof over his head. All right. And then the family is going along with it. It's not like he's deciding to live in the streets and then has the mothering child with him. No. Again, it only supports the child. Only supports the child. If it's benefiting you whatsoever, that's not the purpose. That's not the point, in my opinion, of child support. You're supporting only the child. When you're supporting the mother, I believe that defeats the purpose of child support. Because again, you cannot, it should not be how your life would have been if you were with the father, still the same when you're on your own. No, this is the thing where a lot of women have a problem with. You are a fully functioning adult. If you didn't have a child, would you not pay your own rent? Would you not get your own place? Would you not pay your own bills? Right? The child, that's not point. You have to do this shit. You have to be a fully functioning adult anyway, regardless of the child or not. So the child support is only for the child. Whatever rent, whatever bills, well, that's your problem, not the child. It's not the child's problem at all. Okay? It's 100% not the child's problem. Your adultly duties. That's the problem with a lot of these women. You should not have the same life you have if you did, if you were with the parent, with the father. They want to be children. They want an easy life as possible.
How is it different that you are not together? Also, I don't know why, when these men talk about child support, do they really think that's enough money for the woman to pay for everything the child needs and then go on a shopping spree on her own? Because I see that
men don't think that it's enough money for you to go on a shopping spree. No, men think that, you know what? It should only go for the children. And here's the thing. I'm sorry, okay? Majority time, it's women choosing to leave the men. It isn't men choosing to leave the women. Okay? So it don't matter if it's enough or a lot, or it doesn't matter. You chose this life. You chose it. Right? It's like women don't think that there's consequences to actions. That's the problem I have with so many women. You don't think that there will be consequences to your actions. You left them, right? It's either you left them, either you chose a man that can provide for you, you chose a man that you don't want anymore, you chose a man that, you couldn't get enough resources from. That's your problem. And now the life you're living that's a result of your consequences.
there's a rhetoric all the time, like, oh, why should a woman use child support on herself? Most of the time, child support isn't even enough to pay for everything the child needs. If you don't believe,
In my opinion, child support should be relatively enough.
just look up national average, even state average. You guys are probably thinking about like a pro athlete's ex-wife. Meanwhile, an average case is like that guy who just went viral not that long ago, who's paying $1,500 a month for 5 children, which is $300 per kid, meaning $10 per child per day.
Let me say this, okay? $10. It's like, okay. $300 per kid. What more do you? I mean, it's like, I had kids, right? I have kids. It's like, and including me, if I'm spending, let's say, groceries, which is basically the only thing you need to be buying. I spend like $100, little over $100 every week for groceries. You could do that. You could spend $100 a week on groceries for an adult, in my opinion. Now you could buy more, but depends on the life you're living, right? Men have 5 kids, paying 1,500 is probably a low income family, right? A low income family. So if you're in a low income family, well, you're gonna be buying things from a low income perspective. Here's also the thing. That woman chose to have 5 kids with him, I believe. I mean, sounds like he had 5 kids with this one woman. Sounds like it, right? Or if he had 5 baby mamas, right? That's I think that's a whole lot worse. Um, but again, your 5 kids, you chose a man that has a low income prospect. So that's the life you would have lived with you were living with him. It's like women think that, I should be what? Getting more? Why should she be getting more? It's not like that's the life you chose. That's the life you chose living with that type of man.
Parent with custody is honestly lucky if there's anything left to contribute to rent. I just saw men.
It shouldn't contribute to rent at all. That shouldn't be a thought. It shouldn't contribute anything that will help, in my honest opinion, a woman's lifestyle in any way. Shouldn't be her food. It shouldn't be her bills. It shouldn't be her living expenses. It should not have nothing to do with her, right? It should, in my opinion, $300. What'd you say, a week? It should be enough, or $300 a month should be relatively enough to buy groceries for each kid for about a month. So that's the problem that women can't understand. It should be enough. In the court order, it should be enough.
Okay, let me tell you about one of the craziest dating stories I've ever experienced. I really, to this day, cannot believe that this happened to me. I'm truly shocked and appalled. Anywho, so let me set the scene. It is December. It is California. I met this guy in a dating app. He lives an hour away. I'm a Christian and I go to a church that either people love or people hate, okay? That's basically the gist of it. Sorry, someone is backing up directly in the spot next to me and that's a little bit awkward. I cannot lie to you. Anywho, so
Sometimes I believe people are like have such a fake online persona. It's like you're so cringy.
hello America. We go on a first date. We go to Christmas lights. How cute. We're just like walking around. We get hot chocolate, and it's a great first date. It's very normal. It's very chill. It's very wonderful. And then
This is a 5 minute video, right? About 5 minute video. So I'll be reacting to it while I'm watching it.
I'm very upfront about a lot of things in dating, and he was on board with all of them. And I was like, oh, period. That's wonderful. He drove an hour to see me. Planned the date, got a babysitter for his son. Did I say that he had a son? I don't know if I did, but got a babysitter and was like, no, I want to take you on a date, and was very intentional. And I was like, oh, my stars in heaven, this is amazing. This literally never happens for me. Nobody ever puts in effort. It's great. It's great. And then we go on a second date, and the second date is he brings his child. And that's really crazy to me. I'm like, the second date, we met on a dating app. Like, I didn't know you before. And so it's just a little bit awkward. No, not awkward, but that is really crazy that you would do that. But not my circus, not my monkeys, and certainly not my place to judge. So, he starts acting a little bit weird, and I was like, okay, I think I know what's coming, and I get it. I understand. And he has to call me, and I was like, of course. And I was in Target, and he was like, well, listen, I just know you find me really attractive, and I wouldn't want to, and I said, oh, you can stop it right there, buddy. You can stop it right there. You don't ever have to worry about that. You don't ever have to worry about that. No. I know how to control myself, and mainly, sir, you're 6'5". That's what's really attractive about you.
She just said the most attractive thing about him is his height. Like, this is the problem with I find, like, one, her personality is just so weird. But two is like, why are you so superficial? You are like a 3. This is my problem with so many. This is literally. I mean, like, honestly, okay. She attracts who attracts. I mean, it's weird. I admit that the guy brought his child a second date, but he'll probably try. I guess he's being upfront. I guess he moves a little bit too fast, but it is what it is. That's the type of man he chose. Isaiah, what is up? What is up? And here we go. Her personality is off-putting. It is. Her personality is very off-putting. And it's like the ego is like, you know what? You're being what? She said 5'2", 6'5", 6'2", or whatever is what is attractive about him. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, I just find it I just find it so off-putting that average women to below average women are so superficial as well. I really do, because if you are, imagine if she is superficial, if she is so superficial, like, you can't be surprised that the men she date would be superficial as well. And then you can't be surprised that she's having problems in dating. This is the problem with so many women. You are so goddamn superficial, right? You're judged. You literally out of your mouth said, what's attractive about him is his height. And that's probably what she chose the man on, right? With the dating apps and stuff. It's like, you know what? He's attractive. He's tall, but nothing else, right? You probably didn't know him at all. And now you're surprised that he's acting a certain way, right? That maybe turns you off or whatever, because you didn't choose a man based on his personality. You chose him based on his height.
I know that makes me sound like a terrible person, but it's my honest truth. And then he decides, he's like, actually, I don't think I want, hello, America. I don't think I want my son raised around this church. And I was like, 100%, that's totally your prerogative. Like, you are raising your son the best way you know how. I get it. I don't want to stand in your way. I would never ask you to do anything different. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. I think he expected a little bit more of a fight, and I'm not going to do that. I'm so sorry. Especially when you're using your child as the way out. Like, that's your kid. You raise them how you want them. And then later that night, the next morning, middle of the night, I get multiple voice memos. Do you know what was in those voice memos? Literally what is going on? Do you know what was in those voice memos? Tears. Yeah, he sent me multiple voice memos, multiple minutes long, of him crying. I actually do think I want you. I think I don't. Well, sir, I do hate to break you down. It's completely off the table. And I'm blocking you on everything, and I'm terrified.
This is something that sometimes women gotta understand. This is what you is what you qualify for. This is the type of man you qualify for. I'm sorry. It's like, yo, Whiskey, what is up, my brother? I missed you. What is up, my brother?
I don't need that kind of behavior. And then, I think this year or last year, he found my TikTok, and the richest of all rich, he was like, he commented on one of them. He's like, you deserve a wonderful man and I said, oh, buddy. He didn't recognize me. At least I don't think he did. And I said, that is crazy coming from you. Crazy coming from you. And my shorty was commenting that on a video. But I blocked him, so I think the comment's gone. But insane. Truly insane. Craziest dating story I think I've ever experienced. Well, there might have been another crazier one, but I don't know. It was a roller coaster.
It could be lies. I could be lies, because a lot of these women, they're just doing it for the content a lot of times. So it could be disingenuous, but it could be a lie. But I mean, let me be honest. I mean, why I would see the truthfulness in it is because a lot of these women, that's what they qualify for. These are. It's not like that. It's not like these women qualify for, I don't know, top quality men or at least sane men. She is pretty much a 3. She qualifies for a 3 or 4, a 3 or a 4. This man, although he's tall, his dating value is probably isn't high. Probably because of his personality. Probably because he has a child. So you know, so you can't be surprised that this is what she qualifies for. Women and their wacky stories.
Would you get a vasectomy? If you were a man, just make sure the woman you're having sex with won't kill your child if she conceives.
Don't have sex with me, I'd kill all your children. And I wouldn't touch any of you.
That needs to be a question on Tinder. Trust me, you don't want the senator. It's gross. He would. I'm going to respond to his son. So if I could just like animate this conversation, it just keeps going through. Like begets like. I can't make the koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull. This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings.
Lady, even my service dog thinks you're full of shit, so.
What happens in an abortion?
I must exterminate it. That's simple, period.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a tool that allows women to pursue careers.
That is such a misogynistic statement. Yeah, I know we have a video. It's going to be fantastic. Yes. Children.
This is just a highlight I thought was interesting because it just shows. And I'll probably be doing videos like this before later on. Not today, but I've been talking about I mean like a interesting topic. Abortion. I talk about that from time to time because I've said this countless times before. I'm pro-choice, not pro-abortion, because I think it's stupid. Right? Because women in particular, but plenty of stupid men, you see, they make such stupid arguments. I've said this before, right? Well, I'm pro-choice. We're adults. Do whatever you want. Do you? Okay. But at the end of the day, well, I'm not pro-abortion because you make it sound so stupid, right? It's like you talk about the subject. I said this. If you want it, go for it, right? Just say that. Yeah, I just want to murder a baby, right? I want to kill I want to get rid of this baby that I made, that I stupidly made, right? I got with a guy that I don't want or a guy that I want but don't want me, right? Those are the two cases. It isn't because of all these other crazy little 1% shit. No, the majority of the time is that women are using it as a birth control method. So you're using it as a birth control method. Might as well say the truth. You got with a guy that you don't want or that he doesn't want you. Now that you're suffering the consequences of it, you want to get rid of it. You want to get rid of the baby that you made with a man that you wanted or that didn't want you. Just plain and simple. Be honest. That's my problem with the whole pro-abortion people. They're not honest.
Would you get a vasectomy? If you were a man, just make sure the woman you have.
And these are short. I think these are short compilations. So there's not crazy much smaller topics to talk about. Get a vasectomy? No. I mean, it's like this is the problem. It's like women. We have a problem with so many women nowadays. They are just degenerate. How about have sex with a man that you see a future with? Just stop just having casual sex. I'm just not a casual sex kind of person.
Having sex with won't kill your child if she conceives.
Don't have sex with me, I'd kill all your children. And I wouldn't.
Okay. These are college students right here. College students. You're so stupid.
That needs to be a question on Tinder. Trust me, you don't.
If you wanted the government in my body, if I wanted the government in my body, I'll F a senator. Okay. Don't tread. I mean, To be honest, right? To be honest, you know, I believe. I mean, I guess you still call it a government. It's the state that are involved. Um, but you know, this is why that I think that yeah, the state shouldn't really be involved. Just do the shit you want to do, right?
The senator, it's gross. He would. I'm gonna respond to his son. So if I could just like animate this conversation, it just keeps going through. Like begets like. I can't make the koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull. This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings.
Lady, even my service dog thinks you're full of shit. So.
How the dog wouldn't understand. This is why you're so stupid. Like you're college kids. You're supposed to be bright. You're supposed to be the future. You're the future. College kids are so stupid. Hey, I'm spending a chunk of change on refurbishing my yard. Oh, really? You're refurbishing your yard? Whenever it gets done, I want to invite my friends to a gathering. Would you attend? I would pay for your round trip. Yo, I'll be down. I'll be down, Whiskey. I'll definitely be down. I would love it. That sounds fun. What are you refurbishing your yard? Ooh, what are you gonna do? That'd be interesting.
What happens in an abortion?
I must exterminate it. That's simple, period.
I must exterminate it. It's like the cold heartedness. I really, that's why I find women quite funny, right? These liberal college students. I must exterminate it, your baby. Yet they're out here also protesting for Palestine because the hardships they're having there. Okay, I don't know. It's like you sound so cold hearted. Yet you think you're morally sound. It's like it just seems like it doesn't quite make sense to me.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a tool that allows women to pursue careers.
Abortion is a tool to allow women to pursue careers. That's cool. The contractors are here today. How long is that taking you? How long is that going to take you? That's interesting. I had some contractors, do some housework as well. So I have a little patio, a little backyard patio. So I thought it was cool. I was, upgrading your house is always a nice thing. Stonework and lawn improvements. Okay. That sounds cool. If I had a chance, I would do a fire pit, right? I always think those were cool, right? I've had some friends who had a fire pit. It's always nice. It's always nice to make a fire, right? The stupidity of that. Abortion is a tool for women to pursue careers. That is stupid, right? How about then don't have sex, right? How about have do some abstinence, right? How about I don't know, don't have sex with just don't let men just finish in you, right? I mean, like to be honest, right? I hear women, people always say that, those birth control methods don't work, but it's like, is it true? Is that really the situations that these women are finding themselves in? That they have layered all of these birth control methods and it still doesn't work? I find it disingenuous. Yo, Jeremy, what is up, my brother? What is up? So, what do you guys think? The flight. How was the flight? The flight was okay. The flight was okay. It's a little hot right now. Let me check. The flight was okay. My butt hurts. My butt hurt from the flight. It's like I don't know, like a 15 hour flight. So my ass hurts. Right. I just got off. I just touched. I touched down around 10:30. Touched down around 10:30. Got home around one or so. So I took a nap. So I woke up a little bit. I woke up like at 9. So a little bit, maybe I guess a little bit jet lag, but gotta move on. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving forward. Highly Games, what is up? Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. What is up, my brother? Thank you for the love. All right? I love it. I love you. But I hope you, Alan, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the love. Highly Game, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for the love. All right? I hope you're doing well, Alan. I hope you are doing well, my brother.
It's a really good thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back into the groove, right? Like always, guys, Wednesdays I try to do a call-in show, panel show. Hopefully we could have some interesting conversations, maybe some debates, maybe some conversations back and forth. So definitely check it out if you guys, if you ever want to come on stream, right? You don't have to cam up, right? Just have to have a mic. You just have to have a mic, right? So, like I said, Wednesdays, I do a call-in live-in show. So, please check it out, my brothers. All right? I think it'll be interesting.
Women often say there is not enough.
I have 3 internet friends. I'll pay round-trip fare for you 3. Yo, Whiskey, you're crazy. I love it. That's really cool. That's really cool, Whiskey. I love that. Let's
One of the people who tried to bribe a juror.
Brent, what's up, my brother?
A 60.
I missed you. Brent, thank you for the thank you for checking out my lives when I was over there. Right? I love it. Thank you, my brother. Guys, I'm glad to be back. I missed you all, right? I missed you all. I really did. I'm glad to be back. I just called my Roth IRA custodian and I'm making a $2K a month tax-free withdrawal. Okay. You gotta live that life, right? You gotta enjoy your wealth. So I love it. That's really cool. Definitely. I love it. That's cool. Yo, you're at work? Well, Alan, see you Wednesday. All right. I hope you do well at work. I hope you have a good time at work. All right. Hope work goes well. Hopefully you can come by Wednesday, right? Wednesday night. Well, we will have some fun. Mid-July. Okay. Yeah. Tell me again during that time. Tell me again when it gets sooner. All right. I'm definitely down hanging out. I'm definitely down hanging out. That'll be fun. I love you guys. You guys are amazing, right? So, all right. Let's check out some videos. Let's check out some videos.
There are Latinos who feel like they did it the right way. And because they did it the right way, they're trying to pull up the ladder for everybody else and say, hey, yeah, we did it the right way. We did it the way that, because what they're really saying is we did it the way the white people told us to do it. And because we did it, we want our gold star. We want gold star for Marcus. And because you guys may have come a different way, and we had to do all this to get to this point and to get this close, I need y'all to do the same thing. And my thing is, listen, they get here how they get here. Okay? Why you doing the work of somebody that don't respect you anyway? I mean, it's like, what? White supremacy, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, white supremacy doesn't need any help. They don't need assistance. They don't need foot soldiers. A lot of y'all weren't even recruited and just decided to join the movement. They don't need new recruits. So why are you doing the work for them? Why are you carrying the water? It's just, why? For the mythical prize of being elevated by a certain group that will make you feel more American? Because we all know in this country, we have associated being American and what a patriot is with, frankly, being white. And so you feel like if you're closer to that, then you're closer to whatever is the identity and the feel and the look of what somebody is supposed to be. It doesn't work that way. There are.
This is why I can't. This is why I can't. Stand with the Democratic Party. They're stupid. I'm sorry, they're stupid. Brent, how's it feels to be back home? It feels good, right? I miss it. I miss home. I miss you guys, right? She's really one of the dumb ones. She's definitely one of the dumb ones, right? I miss it, right? I miss doing the lives. I miss you guys. Okay, I miss my bed. I'm telling you, like, the bed, at least mine, right? It was like I stayed in my mom's house there, so they have traditional, in sense, Vietnamese beds. Those beds are terrible, right? The bed was terrible. I miss my bed. Right? I miss my bed. I miss my home. I miss doing my live streams with you guys, right? I miss doing live stream with you guys. I'm going to try to do more live streams, okay? If I can, I want to try to do some more live streams, more than the regular scheduled live streams, because I miss you guys, right? I miss doing the live streams. I'm going to try to broaden the content, right? Do other kind of stuff. So if you're not into it, you don't need to check it out, right? But I want to try to do a whole bunch of different stuff. So yeah, this woman is stupid. Let's break it down.
There are Latinos who feel like they did it the right way. And because they did it the right way, they're trying to pull up the ladder for everybody else.
What do you mean by pull up the ladder for everyone else? Did it the right way, the legal way. Okay. But pull up the ladder for everyone else? Latinos, I'm sorry, gonna be blunt, are more community oriented than Black communities. I'm sorry. Today's day and age, the Latino community, they're more community oriented than sadly than the Black community. They actually help their community, right? The Latino community actually helps out each other. So I don't know what the BS this woman is talking about, because sadly, the Black community, they don't help out each other, right? Black families are doing the worst out of all minority families. Latino families, if I'm corrected, are doing better than Black families. Okay? Asian families definitely doing better than Black families, right? So what are you talking about pulling the ladder, right? Now, if you're talking about legal, right? Latinos that did it the legal way, the correct way, should help out the Latinos that did it the wrong way. Why? This is the problem, right? They think that, okay, because because we didn't have enough illegal immigrants to vote for you. That's why Jasmine Crockett lost. She lost to, honestly, another extremely radical, right, Democrat. So really, it's like, it's your fault. You lost to a Democrat. You didn't lost to a Republican. You lost to another fellow Democrat that was more radical than you. And let's be honest too, in this, what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, right? I haven't seen any evidence to counter it, but Jasmine Crockett has done pretty much nothing for the black community. What has she done during her political career that she's actually helped the black community? In what way?
And say, hey, yeah, we did it the right way. We did it the way that, because what they're really saying is
we did it the legal way. That's what they're really saying.
We did it the way the white people told us to do it.
The way the white people told us to do it. This is why I also don't, I can't F with the Democratic Party. It's always race. You did it the legal way. You can't do, you cannot, enter African countries illegally. You can't enter, China illegally. You can't enter, Japan. You can't enter India. You can't enter predominantly minority countries, right? Illegally. You can't do that there. So it's not a white man thing. Everyone enforces their border laws. Every country. Name me a country that doesn't enforce their border laws. I mean, I would love to know, right? Like, okay, easy entrance. Okay. That sounds, you could direct plenty of people there. But what country does not enforce their border laws? It's not a white thing to enforce your border laws. I'll agree on that. The Latino community is very, very tight knit. Blacks throw each other under the bus for a dime. Exactly. I'm sorry. Black people, they don't care about their fellow black people unless a white person is involved, right? I'm sorry. The black community only cares about other black people in general. I'm not talking about everyone, right? I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about in general. But the black community only cares about black people when white people are involved. They will protest. They will get together. They will talk about it when white people are involved. If it's not, they don't care about their fellow black brothers and sisters. They don't, in general.
And because we did it, we want our gold star. We want gold star for Marcus. And because you guys may have come a different way.
Why don't you say what way? The illegal way? What? See, it's like, you see the word dodging? What's the different way? What's the difference between the right way, okay, and the different way? It's either the right way or the wrong way, all right? It's either the legal way or the illegal way. So you tell me. It's like, why? See, you see the dishonesty. You see the dishonesty, right?
And we had to do all this to get to this point and to get this close.
Oh, whew. Don't get me started. Look at the heads of the BLM movements who kept all the money and moved out of the black neighborhoods. Exactly. The head, all right? I've heard so many cases of leaderships in the BLM groups have stolen, right? Donated money to fund their own lives, to fund their own wealth, right? These are leaders, right? They are leaders of charity movement, leaders of movements for the black community that stole other black people's money to feed their own life, to prosper, right? You're not spending this money to help out black communities. No. You're spending this money on yourself to buy your houses, buy your cars, invest in with other people's money for yourself. And this is for black people, right? You are the leaders of black movements. Absolutely disgusting. Yo.
I need y'all to do the same thing. And my thing is, listen, they get here how they get here. Okay?
They get how they get here. What's that? They get how they get here. It's like, and this is who people listen to. They get how they get here.
Why you doing the work of somebody that don't respect you anyway?
What work are they doing? What work? It's like, what work are Latino people doing? They're just not associating with people who didn't do the Latino. The Latino community are not deporting people themselves. So what work are they doing? I've said this before. I support ICE and their deportation. I'm not out here deporting Asian people. That's not a job that I want to do. I don't care to do it. It's not my thing. I don't need to do it. I don't care to do it. So I'm not out here deporting illegal immigrants. But saying that you support our country enforcing their laws is what? This is the thing, right? They get here, they get here. I'm sorry, but this right here shows you how the black community don't care about crime. They don't care about criminality. They don't care, right? They don't care if people are criminals. And I'm sorry, it shows, right? They don't, when you talk about the black community at large, when you talk about people who go online and talk, they lack morality. Why is it constantly the people who create platforms in your community lack morality, lack values, lack character? Here's a woman. I don't even know who she is, right? I don't know who she is. Right? So, but she has supposedly a platform. It looks like she has a platform, right? And she's pretty much supporting criminality. These are the people in your community. It's just sad. If you came here illegally, you are an invader, not an immigrant. 100%. 100%. I'm sorry, you came here illegally, you did a crime. It's a crime. I don't care if you say it's a felony and all that shit. No, it's a crime. You're not supposed to do it. To be honest, I think it's stupid, right? Laughing man, what is up, my brother? What is up? I missed you. I think it's stupid. If it's a crime, it's a criminal act to enter someone's home illegally, it should be 100% a criminal act to enter the country illegally. I really think it's stupid when people say it's a misdemeanor and all this shit. It's stupid. Sometimes I agree. You know what? Our laws need to be improved, right? My brother DA, what's going on? Long time. I haven't seen you on my feed. He just got back. Well, hope you had fun. I had fun. I did have fun. You know, I've seen so many people said that they haven't seen me on my on their feed, and controversially, I think YouTube is shadow banning me, right? But you know, it is what it is. Have you ever had a 20-ounce North Atlantic lobster tail? No, I haven't. It is indulgent. I felt guilt eating it. Really? I never had it. You did say a lot of things you just said, right? 20-ounce lobster tail, Alaskan king crab T-bones, ribeyes, and tenderloins. That does sound indulgent.
I mean, it's like, what? White supremacy, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, white supremacy doesn't need any help.
I swear to God. If the Democratic Party doesn't talk about racism, they have nothing to talk about. Right? If the Democratic Party doesn't talk about racism, they have nothing to talk about. If they can't make you believe that the world is racist, if they can't make you believe white supremacy, you're not a victim, right? You can't be a victim then. and that means their base, right? The base will be disappeared, right? Their basis will disappear, right? The people who support them, which is they believe they're victims, would disappear. The Democratic Party supports and create and perpetuate victimhood. And if you don't believe you're a victim, right? The white supremacy, right? White supremacists. Oh my God, white supremacy, white man this, white man that. Then you will wake up, right? You'll wake up and think that I'm not a victim. Then you will move from the Democratic Party. They don't want that.
They don't need assistance. They don't need foot soldiers. A lot of y'all weren't even recruited and just decided to join the movement. They don't need new recruits. So why are you doing the work for them? Why are you carrying the water? It's just, why? For the
what's the word? It's like, this is the thing. Like, they have to be vague. This is my problem. These people have to be vague because they have no point if they don't be vague. Because if you dig in deeper, what work are Latino people doing? What work are they doing? Not supporting illegal immigration? What work are they doing? I believe in Texas alone, right? Over 1 million Latinos voted for Trump, right? They support the deportation of illegal immigrants. You're the party that support illegal immigrants. Just like you didn't stand for Americans, right? You didn't say Americans above all else, Americans above illegal immigrants. So the legal Latinos think that you people are a bunch of shit or a bunch of BS because you don't stand for American people. You wouldn't stand for the American people over illegal immigrants. So if I did it the right way, you don't care about it. You want illegal immigrants. You're not fighting for me. You're fighting for the illegal immigrants. So why should I care about you?
mythical prize of being elevated by a certain group that will make you feel more American.
You are more American. You are more American if you did it the legal way than the ones who did it the illegal way. So you are more American. You are a legal American citizen.
Because we all know in this country, we have associated being American and what a patriot is with, frankly, being white.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Whiskey said, like, okay, American citizens focus as it's pretty much whiteness. Here's this black woman, right? Blonde hair, blonde straight hair. The hypocrisy. Here's a black woman. Here's a black woman sporting straight blonde hair. Blonde hair doesn't grow out of black people's head. Right? It doesn't. Straight hair doesn't grow out of black people's head. So the hypocrisy there. Right? The hypocrisy there. You're talking about white supremacy this, white people that, while appropriating white people's hair. Huh. Hypocrisy.
And so you feel like if you're closer to that, then you're closer to whatever is the identity and the feel and the look of what somebody is supposed to be. It doesn't work that way. There are...
Just look at the numbers of Latino officials versus black officials arrested for stealing taxpayers' money while in office. All them, and I've seen it, right? Like a couple months ago, right? A few black mayors, stealing money from, stealing money from the people. It's like they're corrupt. I've said this before, right? White supremacy this, white supremacy that. There are so many black people in power, right? We've had black president, we have black CEOs, black mayors, black governors, black senators, black, judges, black police chiefs. We've had so many black people in power. And yet, to this day, black people are still screaming white supremacy this, systemic that. What's so white supremacy having a black president? What's so systemic, having black mayors and governors, people with power, senators.
One of the people who tried to bribe a juror during the First Feeding Our Future trial is going to prison for 57 months, nearly 5 years. Abdul Karim Farah wasn't even on trial, but his two brothers, Saeed and Abdiaziz Farah, were accused of stealing $47 million. They got Abdul Karim to help them with the bribe. As the jury was about to deliberate, Abdul Karim conducted surveillance, spying on juror number 52, figuring out where she parked. They targeted her because she was the youngest juror and the only juror of color. And a letter that the suspects wrote spells out that they wanted her to convince other jurors the government is racist and targeting them for fraud because they're Somali. Abdul Karim then drove the co-defendant Ladin Ali to the juror's home, first buying a screwdriver at Target to remove the license plate. Then he recorded a video of her dropping off a bag filled with $120,000 cash at the juror's doorstep. He sent that video to his brothers as proof of delivery. The juror immediately reported the bribe, and when Abdul Karim found out, he deleted the video.
Zyrex, yes, I'm streaming on two YouTube channels. I have a Twitch and I have a Kick account. Gotta spread the word. Gotta spread the gospel. What is up, my sister? What is up, my sister? I missed you. Surprise? I missed you, right? Can't wait to have you join our Wednesday live streams, right? When they're getting back into the groove of things, right? So yes, I tried to stream on multiple accounts, right? So,
and the Signal app he used to send it. At his sentencing hearing, Abdul Karim claimed he didn't know the woman he was asked to stalk was a juror, and that he didn't know he was driving Ali there to deliver a bribe. His attorney described him as blindly loyal to his brothers. The judge didn't believe that, though, handing down the max, which is what the prosecution asked for, the judge saying that's warranted to discourage others from attempting the same crime. Abdul Karim is the first of the bribe suspects to be sentenced for that particular crime. I'm Lou Ragoose. Follow for more news. One of the people...
This is like what Whiskey said, right? Not all Somalis are criminals, but criminal-minded, but many are. To be honest, they're not. This is the problem. The Somali community is not helping their cause. They're not. Okay, they're not speaking up against it. They're not speaking out against it. They're not combating it. So really, you're not helping your cause here. You're not helping your cause here. And it's like, this is also another thing about racism. When you guys are criminals, you're fraudsters. To be honest, I hope that America will flush all these people out, all these criminals out. They are stealing from the American people. They are stealing from the American people. So they should be I think they should serve the sentence and get their citizenship revoked. Same here. I was in the other YouTube chat. Really? I didn't check. I didn't. Oh, I didn't check the other YouTube chat. My bad, guys. I should have. But thank you. Thank you, my sister. I also just saw it too. Alvi, I love you, my brother. Yes, live. I am live. I didn't even notice. That's my fault. I was looking at one chat and I didn't check out the other one. But yes. I missed what you said, so I didn't tell Alan hi. But we'll get back to regular schedule, regular scheduled live stream, so he'll probably stop by on Wednesday's live streams, right? Because he always likes to check it out. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. But yeah, missed you, my sister. But yeah, this I think is crazy. This is the problem. And it weakens the whole racism, talking about racism when you guys are a criminal. Yeah, it's not about race. It's about your mindset. Laughing Man, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I love you, my brother. And Zyrax, thank you for the love, my sister. Thank you for the dono. All right. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
A 68-year-old man died in a library parking lot while he was charging his car, and his family is suing the state of California for $40 million. This is what happened. A man was charging his electric car while a 23-year-old homeless man who'd been arrested the day before stabbed this man. The homeless man was arrested the day before for trespassing, but because of the soft on crime policies, he was walking the streets. While the ambulance came to take care of the man who was dying on the road, another homeless man came and stole the ambulance. The ambulance didn't have an anti-theft program installed, so when the guy got in the car, he was able to drive off with the ambulance. At this point, moments, seconds mattered. The man lost his life, bleeding to death on the parking lot of the public library. So the family is suing the state of California. 1, the homeless man who stabbed him should have been behind bars. And 2, the ambulance didn't have the anti-theft device installed, so the other homeless man was able to drive off with the ambulance. You can't make things up like this. Unfortunately, this man lost his life, and the family is suing the state of California for $40 million. Let me know your thoughts on this one.
I hope the family wins. I hope the family wins. California has a really big homeless problem, which is, I always think is funny. Okay. You constantly hear that, California is so wealthy. Okay. California is so wealthy, yet they have, I believe, one of the biggest homeless problems, right? The biggest homeless problems in the country. It's like being such a high GDP country, and yet you have a homeless problem, a huge homeless problem. Ridiculous. And it costs the life of another citizen. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, when I have time, I'll check it out. When I get the chance, I'll check it out. But yeah, that was crazy. I am trying to look at some videos. Let's check out some videos. Comedy California is the biggest shit. Yes, sidewalks in this really. This is the thing where I'm glad I don't live in California anymore. I think they're just, to be honest, it's a ruin. It's such a backward state, right? High GDP, which is quite funny. They have a high GDP thanks to rich people, yet they hate rich people, right? I always think it's funny. The richest states in our country are also the states that hate rich people, right? California, New York, They hate the wealthy. Yo, TBD, my brother. Thank you for being here. Yo, guys, check out TBD's channel. All right. Yo, you can put your link in the description if you want. All right. I mean, you can put the link in the chat if you want, my brother. I love him. I love this man. All right. Stay strong. Stay healthy. Keep moving forward. His Lego channel is, those shorts are getting some good views. Right. Those shorts are getting some good views. Those he does Lego shorts, getting some good views. Definitely would love to see you talk about some Legos too. That'll be interesting. DA, the town or city stood was one of the major cities or in a countryside. Just curious. So the city that I stayed in was it's a major city, right? The city that I stayed at was a major city. It's a Haiphong. It's not like the biggest city, but it's a major city. It's a major city of Vietnam, if that's what you're talking about. My other two friends are from Alabama. They are brothers, good men. That's awesome. Right? I love that. That's the thing where, you know what? This is what I'm talking about, right? The brotherhood. We need to keep these bonds, these brotherhood bonds, right? These friendships. This is why I've said this to you guys plenty of times. I love you guys because I see you guys as brothers. I see you guys as friends, right? Like TBD, I love that man. I love that young brother, right? I love him. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, my brother. That's why I love you, right? I do, right? I mean it when I say it because I want to see my brothers succeed. I want to see my brothers do well. I want to see my brothers succeed, and I want to see my brothers do well. Okay, so I'm happy that TBD is around and he's creating he's doing his thing. I love it. I love you guys, right? You guys are all amazing. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the love. All right. All right. So we are for the next 2 hours or so. I want to. Yeah, that's 13. Yeah, it's $13 for us. $13 for us. It's interesting. I want to check out some YouTube videos. All right, this is a interesting a video I wanted to check out. So, the shocking psychology of liberal women. So let's check it out. Yeah, this is an interesting video I wanted to check out. Again, the shocking psychology of liberal women.
If you look at these ICE protests.
Yeah, you're a Nazi!
Do you see them like, sorry, that's so terrible. It is a performance. It is acting out guilt rather than feeling it. They have cast themselves as the main actors. The immigrants them.
Check out Fooly Cooley. Yeah, I think you're pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, I am, but I think you know what I'm talking about. What is that I don't know. I don't know what I'm pronouncing wrong. I don't know. A guy got super flipping offended. I called him a lib. That's crazy. That well, if he's a liberal, you gotta live with it. I haven't seen that anime. Oh, Fooly Cooly. Okay, the anime. No. Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've seen it when when I was young.
Themselves are irrelevant. They don't derive any sense of meaning from their nationality, except in the negative.
What do you mean when you say the Great Replacement Theory, and do you think it exists?
The bottom line is pro-immigration is also connected to professed self-hatred in the West. If we are not willing to give birth to and raise another generation, then other people are going to take our place, and we deserve it.
Has the UK been colonized? Before we get into this interview, I just wanted to say that we have noticed that more than half of our and the family itself are divided on whether they want to do that, and you explore the differences there. What I was hoping in this conversation to do with you, as there is much talk about sort of the economics of immigration or the politics of immigration, I actually want to explore the different attitudes between progressives and conservatives on immigration, how it's become a moral issue almost opposite, sort of two opposite sides of the same coin and it's the same problem in America, it's the same here in Britain. And I want to sort of explore that, the core ideologies at play, the core emotions at play, right down to the bottom if we can get there. But for more
to any other country outside of Europe, it's going to be called colonization. In fact, it would be called settler colonialism, apropos of Israel. But for some reason, when it's people arriving here, you can't use that language. And again, it's partly, this is just a linguistic issue. The word is charged. It's used to demonize British history, and therefore you can't use, the wrong side is using that word. So that side can't use that word except with a sense of shame. It can't use, the right cannot use that word with accusation. So, this is basically a silly...
No, I've never seen that. You guys ever seen the during and after pics of British colonization? It's a rich descent town in one, and then after we left, they are hellholes. I haven't. This is a thing where I think it's stupid, right? I mean, we can talk about the negativity, the negatives of colonizations, but we gotta also mention the positives, okay? Colonization got America what it is, and we should love it. I love America for what it is. I'm always insulted when people hate America for what it's turned out to be. It's an amazing country, right? People desired to immigrate here. Same with Britain, right? People desired to immigrate there. Same with other, I'm sorry, like colonized countries, right? Or predominantly white countries. People desire to live there. Yeah, you heard of the theories on what it means that anime? All I'm saying is R-rated name. I haven't heard any theories on Fooly Cooly, so I don't know. Yes, colonization made it better, right? Better standard of living. I agree. That's why I find it insulting that, people put down these countries like that. You wouldn't leave, right? You wouldn't leave these countries.
Word game. And basically you can't, the bottom line is you can't say anything negative about immigration. So this is just another iteration of that.
Yeah, you can't say anything. But it's curious, I think you're pointing to there, which is when the left do it, and they have done. On the Tube, I mean the London Underground for our American listeners, there are posters celebrating colonization in reverse, that immigrants are coming to Britain, and this is their opportunity to get one back, get their revenge, and there are political commentators here celebrating. Of course, it's colonization. It's our time now. There's
It's your time now. Okay, this is what I think where it's really funny. So colonization, reverse colonization, but these people aren't improving, right? Aren't improving these countries that they are immigrating to. They're not improving it. I'm sorry. When the places that have been colonized, they have improved it, right? Technologically, better standard of living. They have improved the life of that country. It just has. Indian immigrants have pretty much ran most Tim Hortons in Canada into the ground with filthy habits. Roaches. Wow, really? I didn't know that. Tim Hortons is a big thing in Canada. I know that. Garbage on the floors. Damn, that's terrible. The society America made, we made all it we made. I call it civilized, not colonization, right? Civilize the world. I agree. Controversially, they have. I mean, colonization has pretty much civilized the world. It has advanced the world to what it is today.
Moderately well-known far-left commentator called Ash Sarkar, who openly claims not to be British, or has openly claimed not to be British, and has said of the London becoming minority white, that yes, lads, we're winning, as in the minorities are winning now. So it seems that when the left do it, it's okay to say to be pro-colonization, but if the right point out a problem, that's a great taboo.
Oh, yes.
That's the hypocrisy, right? That is the hypocrisy I find with the left. So you're essentially saying that you're no different than the people you complain about. I've said this time and time again. Okay? Oh, it's okay to be racist to white people. It's okay to dominate white people. It's okay to colonize white countries, but God forbid, God forbid, you complain about the reverse, right? You complain about white people colonizing, you complain about white people being racist, but it's okay for you to do it. I've said this before. I believe, right, if the roles were reversed, where, let's say, black people, Africans, colonized America, they would do it exactly the same way. They would pretty much destroy Native Americans. They would take advantage of slavery. I think they would. I believe that if Africans, if other minority groups colonize America, colonize whatever, right? If they had the opportunity to colonize, they would definitely. And if they did it, they would do it pretty much no different than the white people they hate.
Well, the left conventionally talks out of two sides of its mouth on this business. And this is also the case in the U.S.
No, that's the thing, right? How European countries, how predominantly white countries stopped slavery, that helped the trickle-down effect where slavery was being abolished across the world. Predominantly by white people. They thought it was wrong and they stopped it.
Wes. On the one hand, if you tout the so-called Great Replacement theory, and you're concerned about the diminution of the native population, then you're a racist, and this is deplorable. You can't use the word invasion. And on the other, these same people are busy celebrating the idea of white European populations becoming minorities in their own countries. That this is a wonderful thing. That this is more diversity, and therefore the good people are winning out against the bad people. And you can't, you would think you couldn't maintain both those positions, but somehow hypocrisy never bothers these people.
You say the
hypocrisy never bothers these people. Great quote. Exactly. The left, Democrats, these liberals, hypocrisy never bothers these types of people. They don't mind to be hypocrites.
Great Replacement theory there. Do you think that, what do you mean when you say the Great Replacement theory, and do you think it exists?
Well, I have a character in my book who says it's not a theory. It's just a fact. I mean, there is an element. I mean, I don't think it's a conspiracy from on high exactly, but demographically, when you've got a native population that isn't replacing itself, that's the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then and you have.
I do agree with that, right? At the end of the day, it's kind of white people's fault, right? I will say this: it's in general, it's white people's own making, right? They have destroyed themselves. They have chose to destroy the nuclear family. White people chose to do it. They have decided to not, have children anymore. So you can't blame no one, right, for something you're doing. Okay. So instead of creating families, having children, they're instead of importing people, right? All these European countries, all these predominantly white countries, they want to now open their borders to more people. So if you don't replace your own population with, yourselves, right? If you're not trying to increase your own populations, you're importing to inflate the increase of your population, then yes, you will be replaced, right? And I sadly, you have no one to blame but yourself. Okay, you have no one to blame but yourself. And I think, to be honest, it shows you that white liberals are the most dangerous, right? To be honest, they're the most dangerous people. White liberals are the most dangerous people, okay, in these countries. It is the white liberals that are destroying these countries. One, they are the ones who push to destroy family units, push to have little to no children, and push for open borders, right? For more immigration. And so you see that this is the cascading effect, the domino effects. They are destroying their own countries with their own hands. And to be honest, the right is letting it happen. The right is letting it happen. Yes, white liberals are going to destroy they're destroying all Western countries. White liberals are destroying Western countries.
Very high rate of immigration, then obviously the native population is being replaced. So in that sense, it's just a fact.
So replacement, you agree, is happening?
Yes.
But great replacement theory, which sort of alludes to some grand design, some reptile Davos living
French.
Yeah. French or German. You don't think that's well? Actually,
it's a way. That's been used against me. One of the early reviews on this book said that I had embraced great replacement theory, and it once again, this is just a branding thing. It just means you're on the wrong side of immigration. That's
no. You know what? This is. I'll be controversial, right? Keep these predominantly white countries predominantly white, but I already said this before. They're destroying themselves, right? White liberals are destroying these countries, but again, keep these predominantly white countries white. There's a reason why people desire to immigrate there. There's a reason why. Excuse me. There's a reason why people wanted to immigrate to predominantly white countries instead of staying in their own, own racial countries. The sad part is that, white liberals are letting it happen. So I definitely agree that these Western countries should tone down immigration. Like Canada. I think Canada's going to be. We have to watch out, right? Canada, the U.S. It's going to be like the UK, and there's a big detriment. Okay, excuse me. Exactly. Yo, they won't leave, right? We should just send white libs to the countries they love. They won't leave. How many times I've said that? Okay, you want to, you care so much about Palestine? Why don't you go? You protesting in colleges does what for Palestine? Nothing. Yet none of them would go to help Palestine. None of them would go to, help Venezuela or Iran right now, right? They're all loving Iran for whatever reason.
All of this language, it's just that's a matter of being put in a category. It's just the little corral for the bad people. And this is an issue that seems to divide people more perfectly than any other I know. And it's absolute. There is no way. I mean, the only comparison that I know of is Trump, right? You have to be on one side or the other. There is no middle ground. And as soon as you use a certain word, you will brand yourself as in one camp or
Do you
another.
mean immigration?
In immigration,
yeah.
In the same way that you cannot be middle of the road on Trump. You are either a Trump supporter or you're part of the good people. But there is no...
To be honest, I mean, I'm middle ground with that. I like Trump. It's not like... comparatively, I like Trump more than I like Kamala, right? Now, those were the two choices you had. So I like Trump, right? But I've been critical. If you've seen my shorts and stuff, I've been critical of Trump's foreign policies. So you could be still critical of him.
Picking and choosing and saying some of these, this is what I try to do and I never get away with it. I like some of his...
I love that, right? The gays or the trans or women for Palestine, yeah, please go. right? Please go. You will be shocked how they would treat you. You will be shocked how Palestine would treat you.
Policies. I don't like the way he's going about pursuing them.
Oh, you can't do that?
No,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah, no, I've had trouble with that as well. No, okay, so let's try and understand why that is the case, because it hasn't always been the case. Bernie Sanders, he, in his career, has been pro-borders, and there's certainly not, it was not always the case that the left was pro-open
That's right,
borders.
because they, the left wanted to protect the native workforce from unfair competition that will undercut their wages.
Yeah.
That used to be the
hypocrisy right there. Hypocrisy right there. Okay? That what I thought, in my opinion, I thought the left was for the people, right? Was for the American people. That is why when I was younger, I was a Democrat. When I was young, I was a Democrat because I believed the Democratic Party was for the American working class. And I believed that Republican Party was for the rich, right? I believe that the Democrat Party was for the working people, was for the poor. And I believe that the Republican Party was for the rich. Only to figure out that really the Democratic Party don't care about you, right? They don't care about you. They only care about pushing their own agenda. The Republican Party, they're not necessarily for the rich, but they're not necessarily against the rich, okay? They're transparent. They're just, they're for America, in my opinion. But it could be ambiguous how they're for America. So when did I switch over? I switched over when Bernie Sanders lost, right? I switched over when the Democratic Party didn't vote Bernie Sanders as their leading candidate, right? When I think they were pushing Hillary. When they pushed Hillary to be their leading candidate, I was done, right? I mean, you just push another oligarchy, right? Another ruling class of the Democratic Party. So I really didn't care about them. I was like, what Bernie Sanders was running on, it felt like it was for the working people, right? It felt like it was for, and it felt like it was big changes, right? Universal health care, free colleges. Not as necessarily, I mean, it's not like today I agree with those ideas anymore, but at least during that time, I felt like it was big changes, right? It was something drastically different. It was something drastically different, and I was like, okay, sounds like it's for the American people. Sounds like it's for the the working people, right? For the poor and stuff. I'm down with that. But instead of going with someone who was drastically different, they went with someone with like Hillary, who honestly had not the best political career when it's for the people, right? She's done things and pushed things, doesn't necessarily reflect a great great image for the people, right? I mean, she pushed a lot of racial laws and whatever. So, and she's really like a very a person who doesn't want to rock the boat. So I definitely didn't agree to Hillary Clinton. Plus, I wanted someone different. That's why, you know what? Although I didn't care for Trump, he felt different still, right? I mean, I understand not being a fan of that, but a lot of things you say are very much against Bernie's position, current and past. So I'm mostly asking you when you switch ideologies. Like I said, right? I switched ideologies when Bernie Sanders won. To be honest, I just felt like the things that Bernie Sanders ran on, I felt like it was so what I wanted, right? It's not necessarily I agreed with universal health care or free colleges and stuff like that. What I wanted was a complete overhaul of our system, right? Someone who would shake the boat up, right? Would be totally different. That's what I wanted, right? I felt our government was stagnant. I felt our government was stagnant. Okay, so that was my problem, and I believe Bernie Sanders would have been, that difference, right? He would have shook things up. That's what I believed. Okay, so when they, when the party wanted Hillary, I felt like they just wanted to stay the same. Hillary Clinton was really going to be just the same as no different than her husband's era, no different than pretty much any other Democratic leader, right? So I felt like it wouldn't have shake things up. So that's when things changed. And then and then after that change where I didn't trust or didn't care for the Democratic Party anymore, it started a domino effect, right? And then I started, getting really into a little bit more and more into politics. So that was the domino effect. Okay, it was the domino effect that pretty much pushed me away from the Democratic Party. So, and then I started waking up from, I started being very critical of the Democratic Party. Okay, so it's the domino effect. I watched a video on young Biden. Man, he was charismatic, smart. What happened? This is a thing where, to be honest, I think the Democratic Party messed themselves up. Okay, the Democratic Party was, I don't know, they were more for the working people. They were more family oriented. He got old. Yeah, I definitely think he got old. Which was the whole pushing Bernie Sanders things was another thing that, pushing Biden was also another stupid thing. It's another stupid thing from the Democratic Party. He got really old, and old in a terrible way, and yet you still pushed him. This is my problem with the Democratic Party today. They want to push things to be just the same. I'm sorry, as much as you hate Trump or like Trump is pushing buttons. He's doing things different. He's making things like crazy. So whether you like it or not, I want things to be shaken up, right? I want our government, I want our I want things to be, hopefully different. But we'll see.
Standard Democratic line. But I guarantee you that even...
Yo, Steve, what is up? I missed you. I missed all my regulars. I really do. I miss you guys.
Bernie Sanders, it never says that anymore.
Alvy! That dude died and used an actor. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that he... Would you consider yourself to be a conservative? If I had to say, probably. But I've always said this, right? I've always believed myself more center right. Okay. I'm not religious, so it's hard to be. I believe in family values. I believe in tradition. I miss you. Alan. You won't believe it, but I miss you too. Right? I miss all you guys. All right. I miss going back and forth with Alan. Right? I miss seeing Steve. I miss seeing Alvy. I miss seeing all you guys. All right. I miss seeing you guys type. So I miss you guys in live. So I'm happy to be back. I'm probably gonna do more live streams too, right? If I could, right? It's gonna be not soon, right? Not soon, but in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably gonna do live streams every day, more often, right? Oh, I stream on the links are in the description. The links are in the description, right? I stream on Twitch. I stream on Kick. Okay. I don't have my Kick. I should have. I'm gonna put my Kick in my. I will put the Kick in my description. But I stream on Twitch and I stream on my other channel, right? My second YouTube channel. Just those 4 channels, right? But yeah, I missed you guys.
Right, it doesn't say anymore.
Yeah.
And it's also the case that Obama deported millions. Biden, he let in millions, but he also did some deportations.
And you know what kind of sealed the deal for me with the Democratic Party is all the hypocrisy, right? It's the hypocrisies. I'm sorry. It's the hypocrisies because just one hypocrisy, like you said, Biden and Obama, they deported millions, and that now the Democratic Party is upset that Donald Trump is deporting people. Ridiculous. Yes, I missed it. I miss it. That's why TBD. I hope I see you often, right? I hope I see you often. Like I said, right, on Wednesdays, right, and hopefully I'm going to do it more often. On Wednesdays, I'm going to do I do a regular open panel live stream. So you could call in, right? You could call in. You don't have to be on. You don't have to be. You don't have to cam up. You can just call in, and it's a bandwagon to hate on Trump. I agree. Yes. Once if we had 10K, definitely. A brotherhood trip. Yes, they did. But have you ever looked at the numbers comparing the admins? What do you mean comparing the admins? I don't know what you mean. I know that both Obama and Biden deported a whole lot more people. So I don't know.
It seems that it's maybe the mixing of it with Trump that has made it so contentious issue. But why?
Well, I think it's not a coincidence that I instinctively reach for Trump as the.
No offense. I feel like there's a really good chance you've heard that they deported millions without actually checking. No, I did check that they deported millions. I checked it. Right. I mean, I checked it. Now, I'm not saying that I know the exact number, right? I'm not saying that I know the exact number because I didn't commit that to memory, but I checked that they deported the comparative numbers, right? Yeah, look it up. Go ahead. Statistically, Obama did worse and deported more citizens accidentally. I didn't know about that. That's interesting. Did Obama deported more citizens accidentally? I'm going to check that out.
The only parallel I know of, because they've become the same. It is, and Trump has crystallized the absoluteness of the different camps, and there is no mixing, and there is no moral compromise. I mean, as soon as someone picks up my novel, and let's say a progressive picks up my novel and detects that the book is not perfectly supportive of mass immigration, I become the evil author. I mean, it's just, that's it.
Yeah. So why is it that that's become the case? Why is it that this is so emotive? Why is it that this is a profound moral sin to be anti-migration? Keep in mind, there are people on the left now who are losing their lives in the name of defending immigrants, or rather illegal immigrants. They're not just defending migration. They are defending illegal immigrants, criminals, because it's so important to them. Of course, referring to Rene Good and
Alex
Pretty. That's right. So how do we get to this place?
Well, immigration in the modern era, in the the woke era, has always been in the mix. And I guess first of all, it does connect with race. It connects with income inequality, another left-wing cause.
Oh, that's terrible, right? This is like, I really wish that people would, if they're not a political figure, or if their content isn't about politics, or some of their content isn't about politics, they should keep out, right? I find that terrible, right? Like the actors, like, shut up, right? The actors that are talking about American politics, just shut up, right? Just stick to what you're doing, because to be honest, you don't know nothing, okay? You don't know nothing, okay? So you're better off not looking like a stupid idiot.
It is about disadvantaged and therefore arguably victimized groups. It has to do with the whole idea of the white majority, the European majority, versus minorities, and of course the minorities are sacred, and that makes the white people the profane. I mean, it hits.
This is funny too. I looked it up, right? Did Obama deported more citizens accidentally? Obama did. I mean, he did over 3 million. He deported over 3 million non-citizens. While the vast majority of cases were not accidental in the sense of mistaken identity, there were documented instances where U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents were improperly detained and in some cases erroneously deported. How come that didn't make the news? How come all the liberals didn't talk about that? How come the Democrats didn't talk about that? I mean, they care so much, right? They care so much that American citizens are being deported, right? They care so much about American citizens being deported, yet they didn't talk about that at all. The links, you can find the links. You can find the links if you just Google it, right? I mean, it's like American Immigration Council.org, right? Telling you that Obama had deported American citizens. Obama. Yet the same people weren't talking about it. Steve, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I welcome all people to the USA as long as they do the proper paperwork to become a citizen. I agree. I do not understand why that is a problem. That isn't a problem. Hashtag veteran, 100%. Right? People that sacrifice for their countries, they just want you to do it legally. Become a legal citizen. That is it. Go through the process. Don't matter if it's long. Don't matter if it's expensive, because I believe it was Steve who said it, right? I mean, it's fine that it's a long, hard process. Why would you want it to be an easy process? I've changed. I mean, I think it was Steve. Right? I'm not sure if it was Steve or it was someone else, right? That said to me that why should it be an easy process to get into a country? I agree. I've changed my mind on it, right? About how I think it should be just a more streamlined process where, where there's actual people who's actually reviewing cases, right? But actually reviewing it. But I don't agree with how, it should be a fast, quick process, because you want, law-abiding citizens. You want good citizens to enter the country. So, yeah, it should be a process. Okay, I looked it up. Obama in 8 years had 3.1 million. Trump in his first term was 1 million. Biden was 1.1. And the most current estimation of the new admin has been around 600,000. But to be fair, I think that libs mostly care about the way the deportation are being carried out. Less so the raw numbers. But no, what I call the hypocrisy, right? What I call the hypocrisy is that's the narrative. I just told you, right? That Obama deported and detained actual citizens. Obama did it. So one, you can't be surprised that Trump made that mistake with that whatchamacallit guy, right? One of the big case that he did with he sent a guy to I don't know, El Salvador, right? Okay. If Trump's presidency, he detained or he did any kind of mistakes with legal citizens, well, Obama did it. And the problem where I say the hypocrisy is that one, all these news outlets, right? Mainstream media did not cover it. Mainstream media did not cover Obama's mistakes, right? And libs didn't talk about it. They weren't protesting it, not in large, not in general, right? Maybe in small pockets, but they weren't protesting it or talking about it en masse like they do right now for Trump, okay? And, right, all these liberal cities, all these sanctuary cities, because look at this. How can he deport 3 million people, more than any other president, without easy access, without help from all these states, right? I bet you Minnesota helped him. I bet you California helped him. I bet you New York helped him, right? I bet you all these countries that, right? All these states that aren't helping Trump. I bet you they were helping Obama when he was president. That's the hypocrisy. And for the record, Obama administration admitted to falsely deporting around 70 citizens in 8 years and did apologize for it, but it was due to political errors at specific ICE offices, not policy. Okay, but I'm more saying that I didn't see no news coverage on it, right? Maybe this is the problem where I believe the mainstream media is very left oriented. I didn't see any news coverage, or I didn't see any big news coverage on it. I didn't see, TikTokers, YouTubers, all these people talking about it. So I'm more saying how social media, how media works. Okay. I didn't see outrage protests. Right? I didn't see outrage protests for when Obama did it, and has still refused to take any blame on the matter. But it was Trump has already had 170 proven cases of U.S. citizens being detained and put in process for deportation in 1 year. I don't believe he. I mean, for me, it's not like, to be honest, right? If you say that, but it's due to clinical errors for Obama, when there were states that were helping him, right? Helping facilitate it. No one is helping Trump. None of these states are helping Trump. So I wouldn't be surprised that he makes some mistakes. I mean, I'm pretty sure Obama did say he wanted to deport illegal immigrants.
All of their favorite subjects. And in combining them in one issue.
Oh, and Trump is very, to be honest, one of the things I am critical about Trump is that he's on to me. He's on media way too much. I think Trump is on media more than any other presidents I've ever been on.
It's the lightning rod. This is the third rail. This is what's going to make them more hysterical than any other subject.
This is the thing where I've never mind criticism of Trump, right? I never mind criticism of Trump. What I mind is that the same people that are criticizing Trump did not criticize Obama or any other Democratic leader for doing the exact same thing. Pretty much the exact same thing, right? In general, the exact same thing, okay? That's what I talk about. I think it's great, right? We live in a country where we can criticize our leader. We can critique our leaders. I've never once said, don't criticize Trump. We should critique our leaders. My thing is that how can you critique Trump but never have critiqued Obama? That's my point, right? The same people that can critique Trump, I guarantee you can look at their social media, you can look at their history. They have never criticized any other Democratic leader, right? They never criticized the other side. Thank you for thank you for the compliment. I love this mic. I love the mic. And that's my problem.
And yeah, so it's the sacred cow. It's combined everything. It's the chimera of all of these.
I question that. That is, I think that may the self-hatred they're promoting, they exempt themselves from.
What does that mean?
In other words, if you hate yourself, you hate yourself. But these people hate other people in
the name of hating themselves.
In the name of so it's supposedly this hair shirtery that we have this terrible history. We had slavery. We murdered the Indians in the U.S. We have no moral claim to this land. But apropos of the Billie Eilish quote, they're not giving their houses away.
Right.
Right. And so it doesn't really apply to them. And I don't think that their emotional experience of promoting hatred of their own people and their own country is one of genuine self-hatred. They love themselves. They're very proud of themselves. It's a kind of vanity. So to call that self-hatred is wrong. It is actually a loathing for your fellow countrymen who don't agree with you.
Yeah, it's false humility.
Yes.
That's the thing I hate, right? That's the thing I hate, where we have Americans hating Americans. The man, besides for our first interaction, I love interacting with Alan, right? With Jeremy, I love interacting with Jeremy, right? With Alan, because we should be able to talk to each other. As fellow Americans, we should be able to talk to each other without hating each other. I don't hate him, because he's a Democrat. I don't hate him because he's a liberal. I don't hate him because he's a feminist. I don't hate people. I don't desire to hate people. I hate the feminist movement in general. I hate the Democratic movement or the Democratic Party in general. I don't hate the people. I don't hate Americans. I don't. I hate stupidity. I hate stupidity. I hate people who are delusional, but I don't hate Americans, right? And I find that the problem that I find more on the left hating other fellow Americans, particularly if they don't agree with you.
It's a complete, it is a performance. You know, it is acting out. It is acting out guilt rather than feeling it.
So why would they loathe their?
What's more what are you talking about? The culture around the concepts of illegals. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. The majority of these deported and detained so far have no criminal convictions and do pay taxes. So it's not like they're all violent pests. No, I see, this is my thing, right? How I see this, right? Alan, I want to say this, right? I don't disagree with you. Right? The majority are not like the most terrible people in the world, right? But what I see is that I've said this other times. If you can cheat the system, great for you. We have plenty of people who cheat the system, right? If you can cheat the system, great for you, right? We have people. I know some people who have cheated the system, right? When it comes to, whatever. Rich people cheat the system, right? Poor people cheat the system. Plenty of people cheat the system. I know some people who shouldn't be on government assistance, but they're on government assistance. People cheat the system, right? But let me tell you this. But if you get caught, you got caught. Plain and simple. So that's my view with illegal immigrants. You tried to cheat the system, you failed, you got caught, you pay the price. That's it, right? Because if it's okay that you cheat the system and you won, you succeeded, and you're prospering, good for you. I'm not gonna cry that you cheat the system and doing well. But in the same token, you cheated the system and you failed, I'm not gonna cry that you're suffering the consequences. That's how I look at it, right? I see that, okay, well, you cheated the system, you failed at it, you get caught, you pay prices. Plain and simple, right? I like someone who, I don't know, won, you won. You lost, you lost. As adults, consequences is everywhere, right? I hate the commie leftists selling out our countries to invaders and scorning their own people for rejecting 100%. I swear to God, and that's my problem. I don't know about you, Alan, right? But the left call themselves socialists, communists. You are disgusting. Leave, right? Leave, right? There are plenty of socialist or communist countries. Try to illegally immigrate there, right? Try to illegally immigrate there because you're disgusting.
Fellow countrymen.
Because they don't have these pure moral values, and they don't go through the theatrics of caring more about people who are disadvantaged than they do about themselves and their own group. I think the whole thing is emotionally very convoluted because all this talk of shame, these people don't act as if they're experiencing shame. The emotions they exude, if you look at these ICE protests, if we're going to be contemporary about it, do you see them like,
yeah,
sorry, I feel so terrible. Please don't look at me. You get any of that? No, actually, if you feel shame, you stay home.
Yeah.
Right?
If you feel contrition, you stay quiet.
You stay home.
Yeah.
You're basically going to crawl under the bed.
Yeah.
You do not want to be seen, and you hide. That's what real guilt feels like.
Agreed. As long as the consequences come with a warrant and a rigid legal proceed. Yo, Alan, right? I don't know if you saw one of my recent shorts, right? I did a recent short. So let's I did a recent short. For the people who say that there's no due process, right? I don't think it's out yet. Okay, the short isn't out yet. I did the short didn't come out yet. Well, I will do, for the people who said that there's no due process for illegal immigrants, there is. There is a law that Bill Clinton signed into law, right? That there is due process for illegal immigrations, for the illegal immigrants. It's just a short due process. It's very short. It's a whole lot shorter, right? That's what Trump is using for his due process. So that is why you can see that people are quickly being deported or whatever. Trump is doing it legally, right? It is within our laws, signed and supported by Democrats, right? Signed and supported by Democrats when Bill Clinton signed it in, right? I forgot what the law was called, right? It's the immigration law, okay? What Trump is using. So there is a due process, right? I don't know how rigid it is, but it's a shortened due process. And the Democrats signed it into law. So, which doesn't seem to be happening all that much in some raids. To be honest, I believe all these raids had their due process. I believe there were warrants in some cases. I believe that judges signed off on them. No, it's all good. I don't mind. We should do another debate soon. It could be fun, specifically on your whole. Okay. We would. You know what? We'll do that, right? Democrats hate America. I'm down for that.
We're constantly talking about white guilt, and I think it's complete rubbish. These people do not feel guilty in the slightest. They do not really think that they are responsible for slavery. They know they didn't kill any Indians, and they think that if everyone were like them, then the whole country would be righteous. They are big show-offs. And so this is just like wearing a t-shirt. It is not real guilt. Real guilt. There's a line in this.
Yeah, there's no evidence about it, right? There's no evidence there's no due process, right? We're not behind the scenes. No actual Democratic leader is saying that there's no due process, at least what I believe, right? Because they know there's a due process. They know it's a due process. Bill Clinton signed it into law, right? It's just a shortened due process.
Book, real, when you're really feeling guilty for something, you want to crawl down a sewer manhole and pull the lid over your head.
Yeah.
So that's not when I look at the ICE protests, they're angry, but a certain quality of anger, right? A righteous anger. This is vanity. This is more showing off. And the funny thing is, you say they're risking their lives. They're not consciously risking their lives. They're just fucking idiots, right? Because these are middle class, upper middle class people. They don't usually have run-ins with the police.
Yeah. How they not have jobs? What do you mean, who am I watching? Oh, this is, what's her name? I don't know. Leon Shivers, right? The shocking psychology of liberal women or liberals in general.
For the most part, these are white people. So they're not really afraid of the police. They don't take them seriously. They don't take the fact that they're interfering with law enforcement, with officers who are armed, and that is dangerous and probably dumb. So I think they have a sense of entitlement, and therefore...
That's my thing too, right? The people who got killed by, ICE, or, people who in general get killed by law enforcement. You did it in a lot of cases, I'm not saying all cases, right? There's definitely bad, cops and, federal officials. But I believe in a lot of cases, you did it to yourself. One, you're disrespectful to, officers of the law. They are above you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And two, you didn't have to put yourself into these situations, right? The people who got killed during ICE, proceedings, you didn't have to be there. You shouldn't have been there. You should have gone to work, right? You didn't have to be there. You were there, right? Interfering in federal agents' in proceedings. Sadly, you suffer the consequences for it.
Or of imperviousness.
Natural selection. I mean, I wouldn't disagree.
Like, nothing's going to happen to me because I have right on my side. I don't sense that these people are experimenting with civil disobedience in
100%. The left loves sympathizing with criminals. 100%. That's another thing why I say that. That's another reason why I say that Democrats or the left hate America. They would rather, support illegal immigrants or criminals than support or stand for Americans.
In the spirit of the old civil rights days. If nothing else,
They think they do.
They think that this is the tradition, but what happened with the protesters in the civil rights movement is that they will.
Don't get me started on that. George Floyd, criminal. Seriously, the black community cries that a criminal dies, yet they don't care that they're not protesting the innocent lives, right, of black Americans that pass away. Yeah.
Willingly, passively gave over to being arrested. All right? They sat in the wrong part of the bus and expected to be arrested. They didn't hurt anybody. They didn't break any other laws aside from the ones that they were protesting. And they willingly accepted the consequences would be, having to give themselves up to the law. And that was the format. This is different.
So you think that they don't now, even after these two famous cases of Good being killed, I'd say it's her fault from what my analysis of it, and likewise Pretty, again, he shouldn't have been antagonizing ICE like that. But
yeah, and I think we should both. Not a bad time to clarify. While I think that they were both foolhardy, they did not deserve to be shot.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
100%. 100%. Do you know the new what is it? The government wouldn't pass, right? A law to defend kids more against pedos. Seriously. I would think 100% of Democrats, right, who supposedly are against the Epstein file would have voted that in.
It doesn't go without saying, I think.
Yes, it was horrible to look at, and there's something not right about it. Nevertheless, it is the case that had they not been antagonizing ICE like they were, it would never happen. They put themselves in a stupid situation.
And also, the emotions that I'm talking about, and this is, as much as anything, that's my business.
Right. So this
they are hugely hostile, and spitting on these officers, calling them Nazis. They are enjoying themselves in that anger. And
exactly. Why would this is a thing where, if you know me, I'm not a big supporter of the government. I've always seen the government as voting for the lesser of two evils. Okay, this is why I'm actually very critical of our government. We need a complete overhaul, right? We need a complete overhaul of our government. Like term limits, I swear, if a president, sometimes, I'm a nobody, but sometimes I wish someone would run on, term limits for all government officials, harsher, harsher laws for pedos and essayers, we should have, like, seriously, death penalties. I'm sorry. You should be, I'm ready to execute.
I feel rather quite strongly that they have cast themselves in this particular scenario as the center of the story, as the main actors. And the immigrants themselves are almost irrelevant. It's just an excuse. They're off to the side. This is ostensibly your purpose, but what they are enjoying is the direct conflict with authority, and going out on someone else's behalf. But it's more that they are the saviors. They are the righteous ones. This is one big what's it called? White savior narrative. That's exactly what it is. It's what they claim is a terrible thing to do. It's what if I wrote a different kind of novel.
They think white savior narrative is bad.
It's terrible.
But they are actually acting it.
That's actually what they're doing. Yes.
And white savior being...
Exactly. Democracy is voting for the two sides of the same coin. Exactly. This is why I've been constantly disappointed in our country, right? I 100% believe voting on lies rather than truth. Who's better at lying? Exactly. Who's better at lying? That's it. I'm sorry. I mean, like, I'm not like, I can tell you this, right? Trump is not like that drastically different than, other rich people. But to be honest, why I was even geared towards Trump is that hopefully he's not really, right? He's not doing drastic changes, which I wanted him to do, right? I wanted him to turn the government upside down. That's what I want him to do. Okay. But the problem is, let's say this, even if Trump would have done that, it's not a dictatorship, right? Right? We don't live in a dictatorship. Trump still has to have checks and balances. 100% Republicans will not listen to him. It's just how it is, right? I mean, 100% Republicans don't listen to him. Definitely 100% Democrats won't listen to him. So even if Trump ran on turning the government upside down, still, it's not a dictatorship. That is the flaw of our democracy, in the sense that, for all the people who want to change things, there are other people who don't. So you it's checks and balances, which is, I don't know. Government is trash, but what can you do? Just try to live your life. Exactly. But this is also a thing, right? We live in a day and age where we have a voice, right? Small or big, we have a voice. I believe the very least you could do is just voice your opinions. That's the least you could do, okay? Voice your opinions. I believe more and more Americans need to voice their opinions. At the very least, right? That is the freedom this country has given you. And I will voice my opinions. I will believe that our government is effing up, right? Our government needs changes. So at the very least, I will voice my opinions, right? Do not shy away from voicing your opinions. That's 100%.
Bad meaning, I mean,
in fiction.
Well, you say righteous anger.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-righteous anger, not righteous anger.
Oh my God, what happened in UK? You can't voice your opinions. That's the most insane things. You cannot voice your opinions in UK. I've been seeing UK right now is one of the biggest, one of the country that's arresting. Like, they have the biggest arrests of people who just say certain things online. TBD. I'm surprised you're even on my chat, right? I'm surprised you're even in my chat saying shit, because the UK government, they watch your shit. Insane. The government is watching you closely, watching your social media closely. They will arrest you. They will knock on your door if you say anything that they believe is wrong. That is insane. I cannot believe that UK is suffering through that. How dare the UK government censor your speech? That is insane for any Western country. I'm sorry, that's crazy. The UK would be a war zone right now if they ever took our firearms. Oh God. That's the thing, right? The UK took your firearms, and now they're going to take away your freedom of speech. They are taking away your freedom of speech right here, right? The UK government is taking away your freedom of speech. That's insane. The UK is cocked. 100%. What I'm hearing from the UK people, you are not allowed to make anyone feel bad. Like, what the hell are you doing? We're adults.
Right.
Well, to the people who are feeling it, it feels like righteous anger.
That's why, TBD, you cannot make any content, right? Or at least I'm glad you are doing legal content, because God forbid you offend anybody, the UK police will be knocking on your door. I literally seen it. So
to us, looking at them, it looks like self-righteous anger.
Yes. So that part of that emotion of theirs has been hijacked to this issue.
Oh, you can't speak out against the crime, right? Crime is causing emotional distress, but yet you can't speak out against the crime. You can't speak out against the crime. You can't speak if you name any racial group that's committing a lot of crimes, you can't even talk about it because it might offend someone and you get arrested for it. That is insane. Watching the cops take 40 minutes to bust down a door over a mean tweet. That's crazy. Seriously? And then we have American citizens saying, "Oh, cops are, ticketing traffickings and stuff like that." Seriously? I mean, like, cops could do a lot worse.
Issue. And what would you think would be a healthier way for them? Let's say, in good faith, let's say they care about this issue and they want to do something about it. What would be a reasonable thing for them to do?
I don't know, write an op-ed.
How much do you think this comes down? What you've been describing is sort of narcissism, basically, writ large.
Yes.
How profound?
Well observed.
How?
I would say this, right? If you are vocal about anything, talk about it, and vote, right? I'm sorry, it is, or, either vote or run, right? Run for positions. You are a nobody, right? You are a nobody to go and trying to, stop the government from doing its job. Don't be ridiculous. I have zero respect for officers here. I avoid them unless they have horses. I love horses. Yo, I lived in the UK, right? Leicester. I lived in Leicestershire. I lived in Leicestershire for years. Okay. Well, I had a girlfriend there, baby mom there. So I lived in Leicestershire for years. I love horses too. Horses are cool. So I'm always surprised how police officers don't care, right? Police officers don't care. I've had quite a few times where my girlfriend at the time saying that certain people were trying to rob her house, right? Trying to rob her house. And I said, okay, why don't you take a knife to them? And she told me she can't do that or she will be arrested. Are you kidding me? Defending yourself and you'll be defending yourself in your own home and you will be arrested. Police are useless, right? She said that like police officers take like hours to get to your place, but yet you can't even defend yourself in your own home. Insane. Oh yeah, I mean, like she ruined my life. That UK woman ruined my life. Oh my God, women here too, man. I swear their voices are mine 13th reason. I need to move to a better place. There's some cutie voices in other parts. Leave, my brother. I swear, I'm telling you this. That Leicestershire woman ruined my life. She destroyed me. All right, she destroyed my life. So I'm not crazy about the UK.
Deep is this? I think of Jonathan Haidt and in The Righteous Mind. He talks about the moral foundations theory and the sort of split between progressives and conservatives. And progressives tend, or liberals, I think he used that word rather, tend to over-index and sort of harm protection, and conservatives more on loyalty, group-based. I'm just trying to get to the where's the deepest we can go to find the sort of the emotional dividing line here. And I don't know if maybe we've gone as deep as we can, but I wonder if you had any insight there.
Well, definitely this part I think is genuine, that on the left, they don't really believe in their countries.
Yeah.
They don't derive any sense of meaning from their nationality, except in the negative. And a lot of the progressive world is negative. It's all against. But in a positive sense, there is nothing. The only positive is in the joy of organizing this self-hatred, this fake self-hatred. They're
TBD. I definitely promote you to move. I definitely promote you to travel at the very least. At the very least, travel. Now, if you could get citizenship, I'll support. Mad support to you. Right? Can't wait to see you over here. But definitely travel the world, my brother. Travel the world. It will open your eyes that you'll get certain perspectives.
There's a hole where the pride should be. And I don't think that can be a basis for a successful culture. And I don't think it's really the basis psychologically for a successful self. These people are often miserable. And in fact, the left tends to poll as, especially on the female side, as much more unhappy than the rest of the country. And I really think it has to do with this sense of void at the center of the ideology. We talk about how the woke thing has become a religion, but it definitely doesn't provide a kind of spiritual sustenance that traditional religion did. There's something missing at the center of this ideology that just eats people up.
Yeah, I definitely want to come back to the male-female divide there. But this whole is interesting because the inverse, maybe, if you looked at like Nazi Germany, it would be that nationalism has filled the hole of God, and that the nation state and a pure nation state was the motivation behind everything. And what you're describing here is this sort of anti-nation state has filled.
Yes.
So it's like it's a black hole inversion of...
Oh, really? My American fiance ruined everything for me. I don't understand women. Literally, without me, she would be alone forever. Not even my words. Bro, I don't know. Get an Asian woman. I just got a girlfriend. She loves me to death. So I love it, right? So I think Western women are ruined. In my opinion, I think Western women are just... I'm done. I'm done with Western women. So my brothers, I'll say travel the world. Travel the world. Get your passport and travel the world. And then you'll learn that there are different varieties of women out there. Bro, get an Asian woman. I'm sorry. F it. Stop with the Western women. They're too. Western women are just honestly just. There's a reason. There's a reason why Western women are marrying late and having very little kids. There's a reason, right? Because they're terrible. I'm sorry. It's because they're terrible women. There's a reason why Western women are getting married late, or if at all, having kids, having very little kids, if at all. They are terrible women. I'm sorry, they are. Travel the world, find other women. Wild beasts are easier to understand than women. Yo, exactly. Wild beasts are easier to tame than women. Women are just honestly impossible to handle, or just annoying.
Quite Nazism, but it's sort of, it is. I mean, I do think this comes back to the Second World War, and we've explored this a lot on the show. And Karl Popper, and
I've seen any number of those episodes actually.
So if you think I'm wrong, do challenge me on that. But it seems to me that's where the anti-nation state seems to occur. It's curious.
Yes, and that's why we started idolizing these international organizations.
Yes.
So I am much in concurrence with your reading of that.
I find it strange that that happened in America, because it was American nationalism that defeated Nazism, or it was the American nation state, obviously with its allies in Britain, Russia, and around the world. But I can understand why the Germans would have had that reaction, understandable, but it doesn't make sense why the American spirit would have taken a knock. Do you have any insight into that?
Well, I mean, this is bigger than we're going to get into, but obviously it has to do with the growth of the the progressive movement that really got going in my younger days. Seems to have come to its insane peak in the last 10 years, but it's been going on my whole life. And, I was a part of it to begin with.
You were part of the problem?
Oh, yes, I was a part of the problem.
How so?
Oh, no, when I was a teenager, I...
No way. Are you kidding me? Is she? Yo. Anyway, now she's a PDF now. Oh my God, that can't be true. But I love to say love no matter what, but I never applied when she said it back. Insane. She is? I don't want to. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, women are no better than men. Get off of your high horse. Women are no better than men. That's disgusting. A woman that's doing that, you can't even get a man your own age. Dating is so easy for women. Insane.
I wore beads and I went to anti-Vietnam protests. Actually, that was the one point on which I think I was probably sound. It was a crummy war, and it was a waste of American resources. And let's face it, we lost. So yeah, and my older brother was in line for the draft, so I felt that I had a dog in this fight. Although I don't think that metaphor is very kind to him. But I grew up on the left. My parents were liberal Democrats.
So when was your Damascene moment? When did you turn?
I don't think it was a single moment, but I didn't really start questioning my political.
Yeah, it wasn't a single moment for me, right? It wasn't a single moment for me. It was a bunch of cascading moments, right? A bunch of dominoes, right? The Bernie Sanders, right? The Bernie Sanders was the beginning of it, right? Bernie Sanders point was the beginning, but then just more and more things started happening. That's my change.
Bringing until I was in my early 30s. I moved to Northern Ireland, and that
man, she destroyed me. Even to this day, it's weird because she was perfect, but as it ended, the way she treated me, everyone told me she was manipulating me. Like, she'll say I was being too close. Bro, we're brothers. I understand it, right? My UK ex, baby mom, she destroyed me. I can't see my kids. Right? I'm telling you this, right? When she broke up with me, right? All the shit she did to me, I was on the verge of ending it. I was on the verge of ending it, okay? That was the moment I wanted to end it, okay? And like I said, YouTube saved my life. You guys, right? You guys saved my life. Creating the content, going live, doing all this saved my life. Because I was so depressed, extremely depressed. I loved her a lot, right? I felt like she was perfect for me, right? I felt like her personality was perfect for me, but she destroyed me. So, my brothers, it's not an easy thing, right? Gotta pick yourself up, move forward.
Really made a conservative out of me.
Did it really?
Yeah.
What about Northern Ireland made you into a conservative?
Yeah, I don't know there's a lot of female teachers becoming a PDFers. Then I talked to a friend in private and she's like, why are you going odd talking to others when playing with me? I don't know what that means.
I hated the IRA, virtually on site. And by the way, I arrived there with no opinions about the place whatsoever. I was completely ignorant. But I was actually a blank slate. There is such a thing. And I just found the IRA, the people in it, their rhetoric, and not to mention what they were doing, completely repulsive and unjustifiable. What the terrible injustice that they were fighting was comparatively trivial, considering what they were willing to do to press their cause. And in the main, the discrimination against Catholics by the time I arrived in 1987 had been, if anything, overcompensated for, and yet they weren't giving it up.
So why did that make you a conservative rather than, let's say, a unionist?
Partly because Democrats in the U.S. were often very pro-IRA. It was considered a liberation movement. And so I thought, well, that's just morally off.
Right.
Right. I have the same response to the Democratic response to October 7th. It's morally off. Sorry, this does not compute. Why are you backing this? Why can't you see that this is disgusting?
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Why like I don't know why Democrats are now backing illegal immigrants. I don't know why Democrats are, I mean, keep on pushing racism. Yeah.
So that helped a separation. And I also on a completely different issue fell out with my father on Clinton's welfare reforms. Because my father was in.
Bro, I found one. I'm sorry. I found one, right? You said it's hard to find a woman that just is okay with sitting and cuddling all day, wearing what I think is cute on her. I found one. My brother, become a passport bro. Become a passport bro, right? I'm sorry. It might be, shitting on Western women, but yeah, feminism is the death of Western women, right? Become a passport bro. Just F it. Don't deal with Western women anymore. I'm sorry. I'm done with dealing with Western women. I have a girlfriend, and I love her. So I'm done with that.
Indignant over Clinton's welfare reforms. Clinton was trying to really cut the welfare rolls.
Texting her is abuse, bro. If I text my partner a ton, how is that abuse? That's an ad. You gotta post that in the community chat, right? You could make posts in our community chat, I believe, right? I would love to see that. I would love to see that ad, right? Show me that ad. I gotta see.
And get people back to work. And I thought that was great. And my father threatened to never give another dime to the Democratic Party again. And I thought, this doesn't make sense. This is ultimately condescending because my father was a workaholic, and he took great pride in his professional achievements. Why would you wish worklessness for other people?
And why do you think he did? What was his thinking? How did he got to that place?
Well, it's the politics of pity. I don't think that's I did not think that was well thought through. And if he really felt compassion for people on the welfare rolls, he'd want them off the welfare rolls. That is not a dignified existence. It is not a rich existence. It's emotionally impoverished as well as keeping you at a certain level of financial poverty.
So you want to create incentives to go the other way?
Yeah.
Can I ask about the male-female divide on this?
Okay, I want to. This is an hour-long video. I wanted to cut it off there. The politics. They're going to talk about female and male dynamics. You found it? I would love to see it because that's insane. If you could post it, you could post it, right? Post it on if you could post it on Discord, or I don't know if you could post it. I think you could post it on. Okay, here. Oh, well, I'm going to stop with this video. Yeah. I'm going to do a part 2 for this one. So. If you want, right, TBD, I have a community chat tab right here. Okay. Let's check it out.
For sure. That gave us the life in it.
Love you. Bye.
Harassing her with constant messages is abuse. Enough.
Are you kidding me?
For sure. That gave us the life in it.
Love you.
Bye.
Harassing her with constant messages is abuse.
Yo, the UK is effed. The UK is effed up. That is insane. Oh my God. The UK is effed. I'm sorry. I think the UK is done. The UK is done. You don't even have the, like, literally didn't even say what the man texted, right? Can't even tell you what the man texts. It's just constant messages is abuse. Constant messages is abuse. UK is done. I'm sorry. I think the UK is done. That is insane. That is the most insane ad you could do. Yes, what the F? It's like, how's that sane? So texting your partner, right? Or I believe is your partner, right? Is now abuse? I mean, at least someone she gave her number to, right? Someone she willingly gave her number to. That person is texting her constantly. That's abusive. I swear to God, UK is effed. Oh, by the way, they are forcing boys in school into respecting women classes. I've heard of that, right? I heard that the UK is doing that. I swear to God, bro, move. I'm sorry, move. The UK is just like, seriously. To be honest, I think most men in the UK should just move. I'm sorry, move. Leave that. Trash of a country. I'm not gonna be arrested for it. So the UK is becoming trash. The UK is becoming trash. Leave. Unbelievable. Texting someone a lot is abusive. Putting boys into respecting women classes, yet, okay, you think women are respectful to men? You think women girls are respectful to boys? No, it's a boy problem, right? It's a men problem. Yeah. Getting arrested for asking your lady to grab eggs on the way home. Yo, asking her to grocery lists or like say how much you love her, how much you miss her, oh, what she's doing, right? Is she having fun? That's abusive. That is abusive now, right? That is abuse. Caring about somebody, thinking about somebody, having a conversation. What is he talking to her? Oh, I had a joke. This is a joke, right? What do you think? This is funny? Like, that's abusive now. That is abusive. Not because, he may be saying something abusive to her. Just plainly texting a lot is abusive. The UK is effed. If you weren't sexist before, we are. I mean, like, seriously, how could you not? What is this demonizing? This ad is demonizing men. Right? This ad is demonizing men. It would have been interesting if it had had a man there, or a guy, and then this ad. That would be interesting, but no. The UK is demonizing men, right? Putting boys into gender-specific classes. Ads like this, probably geared towards against men. It's honestly insane. I like how she wasn't responding to the messages, so the guy could have literally been panicked. Exactly. Seriously, he may be wondering what you're doing. Are you okay? I mean, did you have fun, or are you injured? Are you is anything wrong? Right? It's like unbelievable. The UK government is effed. The UK government is effed. I don't know. What can I say? I think, yeah. I don't know about you. But things like that is insane. I cannot believe that that's happening. This is the thing, right? Things like this, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Only. You take away freedom of speech, right? You care about, constantly like how people feel, right? You import, honestly, criminals or people who can't assimilate. White liberals are destroying our Western society. White liberals are destroying our Western society. I guarantee you, right? This was a liberal, or whatever equals liberals in the UK. Okay, what is that? The Labour Party? I don't know what party, right? Whatever equals liberals in the UK, they're destroying the UK. I'm pretty sure the UK is on the brink of destruction. I'm pretty sure. So I think Canada will be next. I hope America can fight it. Forced male castration coming soon. Bro, I guarantee you, it's only going to get worse. Right? This kind of messaging, this kind of narrative, it's only going to get worse for men in the West, right? Particularly in the UK. I know a woman who got her boyfriend of a week fired for blowing up her phone with what? How you get a man fired for that? What does that have to do with our work? Back in the 60s, liberals were communists who got locked up. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, hell, liberals are commies today. Liberals are commies today. Oh my God. This is the thing where this is why I'm done, right? I'm done dealing with Western women. I'm done dealing with liberals. Yeah, I miss this. I miss it when back in the day, you call yourself a commie, right? You call yourself a communist, a socialist. The police will look into your history. The police will look into your history. The government will look into your history. They will think something's wrong with you, right? They will think something's wrong with you. So insane, absolutely, utterly insane. This is why I'm saying men's content is important. Men's content is important because no one is speaking out against this. No one, hell, men in the UK cannot speak out against this. Men in the UK cannot speak out against this, or else the cops will become knocking on the door. Men, this is, to be honest, I don't think I've seen any big, male-oriented UK content creators, right? I believe that there isn't any big male-oriented UK content creators because you can't be. You can't be a male-oriented content creator or else the police will come knocking on your door. So this is the point. We have to stick together and speak out against this. My UK brothers are suffering. We're talking out against this. It is factual that communism destroys countries. It's what Germany fought against. It's what the West in the 60s did. Exactly. I mean, like, in my honest opinion, communism, socialism, it's a push for dictatorship, right? I honestly believe it is a push for dictatorship. I don't support Israel. This one, like, well, get me charged with anti-Semitism. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't support foreign policies. I believe that we need to focus on our own country. So I'm not a supporter of Israel. I definitely don't care about Iran because I don't give a shit about them. I don't care about Palestine. I don't care about that shit. I care about my own country. I care about my brothers. Right? Now, I do care about my brothers suffering in other countries. Right? It was a company phone company phone. Okay, goes with delivery truck of the goat. Well, that was kind of stupid. Right? That was kind of stupid of the guy. Why would you use your company phone to text someone? Yeah, that was stupid of the guy. Why would you use your company phone to text someone? I don't think that was smart. So, yeah, don't be stupid, right? Don't be stupid. Guys. All right, that's it for tonight. That is it for tonight. Yeah, guys, that is it for tonight. I love you guys, right? We are going to get back into the groove. I don't care for Britain or its people. I'm depressed because we have such a rich history. Nights. Yo, I mean, like, I think Britain is going backwards. I think Britain is going backwards. I mean, like, literally, I also don't care about the people because look at this. Do I have it? Yeah, maybe I'll do it next time. I'll show it next time. But guys, that is it for tonight. She only knew a week before he dumped her ass for that. That's crazy. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I love you guys, right? I'm going to try to get into a groove of doing live streams again right now. For right now, right? I have a live stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, right? For right now, I have a live stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I'm going to try to do more live streams as time goes on because I'm loving it. I miss you guys. So, but yes, stay tuned for the next live stream. All right. Please check out my other videos, guys. Please check out my other videos. Please like, please subscribe, please comment on them if you guys could. The support is very important for me. All right. I got to get back in the groove. I love you guys. All right. That is it for tonight. TBD. Thank you for being here, my brother. Brent, I love you. I love you. Whiskey was here. Alvi was here. Alan, thank you for stopping by. Zyrax, I love you, my sister. Big Bars was here. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Love ya. Can't wait to see you like again. Was it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday's the call-in show, right? Wednesdays you can call in. You don't have to cam up. You just mic up. We could just talk. We could debate. We could have a conversation. We could just talk, right? Laughing Man, thank you for being here. I love you guys. But yes, Steve, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. All right. I love you guys. All right. I miss you guys. I really did. You guys are something you guys are friends I really missed. So I'm glad I'm back. We're back to doing lives, my brothers. You guys are amazing. Yes.